Hey everybody, I'm Joe Ferzoco.
And I'm Chris Ferzoco. And in today's video we're going to be discussing, Joe, the market statistics comparing September 2023 to August of 2023. And in today's video, folks, we're going to be covering, Joe, the sales price, the number of properties that came on the market, meaning listed, the number of properties that sold, and we're also going to be talking a little bit about the list to sales price ratios today.
Oh, very cool. And of course, if you like what you see and like what you hear in here with the channel, just please subscribe below, tap that bell for instant notifications. You'll get the most up-to-date market information, happenings down here at the Jersey Shore, and of course that like button. And we would greatly appreciate that. And you know, Chris, we cover towns everywhere from Brigantine, Ocean City, Sea Isle, Stone Harbor and Avalon, North Wildwood, Wildwood Crest, West Wildwood, Cape May, North Cape May Courthouse, Upper Township, Summers Point, all those areas up and down the shore, the Jersey Shore, not that Jersey Shore, Jersey Shore. And so we're going to jump right into these market statistics, which will maybe help you in your buying or selling process here over the next couple months, 6 months, a year from now, either way. And of course, if you are looking for a free market analysis, or maybe you're looking for some sort of buyer consultation, please feel to reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or an email. It'll be our pleasure to help you with all of your real estate needs here at the Jersey Shore. Chris, why don't you get us started with some of the towns we cover in the northern half?
Joe, I'm going to start actually over with Ocean City, some interesting statistics here. And right off the bat, we're going to look at the sale price. And actually between those 2 months, we had virtually no change. The average sale price was $1.2 million. Now, bear in mind, as Joe and I go through these statistics today, we're talking about all property. So we're not just focusing on condos, we're not just focusing on single family homes. We're taking into account that it's going to be lots, there's going to be commercial property listed in there, there's going to be your efficiencies all the way up to your beachfront property. So we're covering all real estate here, folks. So in Ocean City, the average price point in August and September was $1.2 million, so there's virtually no change in the sale price. As for the number of properties that came on the market, this was a positive sign. We actually had 109 properties in August. We jumped up to 133 in September, so there was a nice increase there. And also, Joe, we saw in the month of September, we had 69 sales versus 45 actually in the month of August. Now, what was interesting with all that and kind of taking a look at the numbers, it's the net of that, meaning the number of properties that came on and what sold and what we were left with was actually identical. Both months were left with 64 properties. And I bring that up only from the standpoint, Joe, it's the continued conversation about inventory. And if the inventory levels were the exact same both months, there was no, no positivity there, no loss. It just kind of remained both at 64 properties. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Right now in Ocean City, there's actually a total of about 278 properties as of the shooting of this video. As for list price versus sale price, not much of a change actually. In August, it was about 96, just under 97% of the sale price. Month of September actually was 95.5%. So just a slight dip. And I mean that it's only slight from the standpoint of, remember, the list sales price hadn't changed. So there was a little bit of a dip on what actually sellers were getting in the sale price versus list price. All right, kind of moving down into Sea Isle, covering the same information there. Sea Isle City actually had a big jump. It went from 1.23 in its sale price to 1.56 in the average sale price here in the month of September for Sea Isle. As for the number of properties that sold, again, that listed increased, went from 15, had 20 properties coming on the market. Right now in Sea Isle, we're holding at about 58 properties, so still way low in the number of inventory that's available. And then we also had a big increase in the number of properties that sold. We actually went from 4 in the month of August. Very slow month in August for Sea Isle. We jumped back up to more normal numbers, sitting right around 15 properties selling. As for the list price versus sale price, actually exact same. So in the month of September, we had 98%. August was 98% also. But Joe, you had brought this point up in a couple of other videos, and I want to touch on this. If you think about it, in August, the average sale price was 1.23. Sellers were getting 98%. Average sale price in September, 1.5. Sellers were getting 98%. So the percentage stayed the same, but the overall values were significantly higher for Sea Isle.
Cash, absolutely.
Yep, absolutely 100%. Right. Getting more money.
And you're getting more money, even though the numbers stay the same, or percentages stay the same from that standpoint. So, Chris, let's jump down into the Wildwoods that we cover there. So let's look at North Wildwood. Again, it's September versus August for this year. So your average sale price in North Wildwood for September was $597,000, which was actually a jump of 35%. So, again, going back to what Chris was saying before, efficiencies, single families, condos, multifamilies, depending on what's actually closing that month, lots and things to that nature, does have an effect on what your average sale price is actually going to be. So there was a big jump, 35% between August and September. As far as properties coming onto the market, we talk about ratios, 1 to 2, absorption rate, and things of that nature. At the end of the day, if there's not like twice as many homes coming on the market and those that are selling, inventory is going to be, is always going to be an issue at this particular time. So we had 32 properties come on the market, as opposed to 29 in August. And then when you're looking at properties sold, almost identical, 20 closed in September, 15 in August. So not too much of a difference there. Your average list price to sale price, so buyers or sellers were actually getting 100% of their list price to sale price. Wow. Listing property was $596,000. Your average sale price was $597,000. So it was actually more than asking. When you take a look at August, your average list price was $400,000 and your average sale price was $390,000. So a massive, massive change or shift in North Wildwood, September versus August. You go into Wildwood, and now you're looking at an average sale price of $452,000. And in essence, that was actually a drop of almost 30%, because your average sale price in August was $640,000. So again, kind of depending on what's closing and what's going under contract. As far as properties listed for sale in Wildwood for August versus September, identical, 36 in each month. And as far as properties closing, we had 17 in September and we had 21 in August, which is a little bit different because usually, August is a summer month. Sometimes things slow down a little bit, but that didn't happen there. And when you're looking at your sale price, list price to sale price, so in August, you had a list price of almost $660,000 and an average sale price of $640,000. That was 97%. However, in September, you had an average list price of $448,000 and an average sale price of $452,000. So the sellers were getting more than asking. The problem was it was about $150,000 less than it was in the month of August. So again, you look at those numbers, you have to pay attention to where's the starting point when you start to look at all of these. Absolutely. Wildwood Crest, average sale price, $536,000. That was actually down 28% than the month of August, which was $744,000. As far as properties coming onto the market, we had about only 15 came on the market in the month of September, and 27 came on the market in August. So a pretty busy month in August when it came to properties in Wildwood Crest. And then as properties selling, only had 9 in September in the Crest, 24 in August. So, some weird numbers there. It'll be interesting to see what happens in October versus September, and if anything really kind of shifts there. So, of course, stay tuned for that next video. List price to sale price, your average list price, $565,000, with your average sale price being at $536,000. So that was about 95% list price to sale price. And then when you bump into August, you had a little bit of a shift there. Again, 98%, so a higher number. And then it even started at a higher number. $758,000 was your average list price. $754,000 was your sale price. So, August was certainly a great month in the Crest when it came to sellers and whatnot, and the numbers. So again, it'll be interesting to see what happens when you start to move around and go from October to September. Let's move into Sea Point Village, Diamond Beach area. So your average sale price was $818,000 in Sea Point Village, Diamond Beach for the month of September. We had 3 properties sell in September, as opposed to your average sale price in August was $705,000, and we had 2 sell in August. So, not a lot comes on the market there either. We had 4 properties September, 5 in August. And of course, your average list price and sale price was right around 96, 97% in both months there. And then lastly, Chris, of course, down in Cape May, your average sale price was down about 26%, with $1.28 million being your average sale price in September, $1.75 in the month of August. We had 9 properties coming on the market in September, 7 came on the market in the month of August. And then when you kind of look at the number of properties that actually closed, that was almost identical, 8 in September, 6 in August. The big difference was the list price to sale price. So in the month of August, your average list price to sale price ratio was 92%. And I bring that up because the average list price to sale price in September was 99%. However, your starting point in August was $1.9 million, and your average sale price was $1.75. So yeah, it was 92%, but your average list price starting point in September was $1.28. So that's almost a $700,000 difference. So yeah, not only did you have a better ratio in the month of September, but then your list price, when you look at it, was $700,000 less. So kind of, again, yeah, that's a great number, 99% of your asking price. What was your starting point there? So those are things that we want to make sure we're watching as we progress. Of course, when we get into October and see what happens there, things will kind of maybe balance themselves out a little bit. So why don't you jump offshore and take us on a couple other places too?
Yeah, boy, it's all about dissecting the numbers, that's for sure, right? So going out and looking into Upper Township, Joe, we actually had the average sale price in August was $473,000 in Upper Township. It did drop down to $441,000. So we did see an overall decrease there. The actual number of properties that came on the market, we actually saw a little bit of a dip. We went from 17 in August down to 13 in September. And which isn't so bad. I mean, you're talking about a primary home market, so schools getting started. People are probably kind of getting their focuses. Their focuses are a little bit different in the month of September.
Yeah.
As you said, we'll see what happens in October, but we did have a slight decrease there. We also saw a decrease in the number of properties that sold in Upper Township. We went from 13 down to 9 properties that sold, so we're going to keep an eye on that. But again, these numbers aren't too out of balance, so that's okay. We just got to keep an eye on that. As for your list price to sale price, this was interesting. In the month of August, so we got about 96% of the sale price in the month of August. In the month of September, there was only 93% is what the sellers were getting in the month of September. So you take that into account with the actual sales price coming down and the overall sales price to list price came way down as well. That's something to really watch in the primary home market there in Upper Township. Moving up into Summers Point, the numbers there were pretty steady. You had actually the overall value in August was $478,000. In the month of September, nice jump, went to $489,000. So Summers Point on the rise. That's good to see there heading into that primary home market. So the number of homes that came on the market, 36 homes. A lot of homes came on the market in August, Joe. 36 properties came on the market in August, only 19 in September. As for the number of properties that sold, 18 sold in August, 11 sold in September. So we did see a decrease there. So, August as a month in Summers Point was a very strong month. Kind of dropped down to a little bit more normal numbers that we've been seeing over the course of time here now in Summers Point. As for the overall sales price to list price, it's been fantastic. Summers Point in the month of August got 98%, and in the month of September got 100% of the sales price. So you saw an increase in your sales price, and the sellers were getting 100% of that as well. So very positive month of September for Summers Point moving forward. And it'll be good to see what happens in October here.
There you go. That's
coming up.
Of course, when we go into like Cape May Courthouse, staying offshore, same thing for there. Your average sale price in August was $404,000. Had a nice little bump to $432,000 in the month of September. When looking at inventory and stuff like that, we had 30 properties come on the market in Cape May Courthouse in August. You only had 19 come on in the month of September. So again, you start to see these dips, and everything is inventory, and you go from 30 to 19. Well, it's not half, it's almost half, 50% less, 45, 42% less properties coming on the market the next month. And then you have 23 sell in September, and you had 14 sell in August. So not really a big difference there either. Average list price to sale price, they're all sitting right around 97, 98%. Your average list price was $410,000 in August. It was $445,000 in the month of September. So not a big difference there. Again, you had a little slightly higher sale price. Going into North Cape May, your average sale price was $426,000. In the month of September, as opposed to $536,000 in August. So you did have a little bit of a drop there, almost a little over $100,000 there, which is about a 21% drop. When you're looking at properties coming on the market, properties that are selling, so we only had 5 properties come on the market in September, and you had 12 come on in August, so almost double in August as compared to September. But then the same thing happened with regards to closings. But you flipped it around. You had 10 closed in September and only 5 closed in August. So, again, they start to wash. You have 17 total listed and sell on either side. So again, you end up with 0. Like there's no difference in that. As far as your list price to sale price, again, this is kind of one of those quirky. In August, your list price was $573,000 or $533, I'm sorry, and your sale price was $536. So it was 100% of your list price to sale price. And then you go into September, list price was $439, sale price was $420, and that's only 97%. So not only did you have a drop in your list price to sale price in September, but you also started $110,000 less. What does that mean? I don't know. What's it mean?
Well, it just means, look, change of seasons. You're talking about primary home markets,
Yeah.
right, in that segment there. So
Sure.
it's change of seasons as well. So we got to watch that. You're going from summer into transitioning into, school and that time of year. And so things are definitely going to change. So we're going to monitor all that.
Sure.
I think what's really interesting, Joe, is that we're seeing across the board, it just progressively things have not changed. I mean, it hasn't as we've gone through. I mean, the inventory goes up a little bit, down a little bit. It's not really moving. It's almost become like the numbers are almost stagnant, if you will.
Sure.
Consistently, month after month after month. This is how many homes are available here.
Yep.
And this is what's available here. New homes come on the market. Some of them sell like that, and you have homes that are sitting on the market. So there's like, well, what's happening there with those properties? What is it? Is it the price of the property? Is it condition? Right. So we know it's always one of those two things. So it's a matter of which one is it for those that are sitting on the market.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Well, and so that's going to wrap up this one here. Again, that was September 2023 versus August 23 for those market statistics. Please, check out our other channel, our other videos here on our YouTube channel for other great ideas, other market statistics. If you want to kind of go back and you want to compare month to month or quarter to quarter, things like that, just to kind of see what market trends are dictating there. And so until next time, we'll see you at the beach.